I went to the fourth most beautiful zoo in the world to do a weird experiment. I dream of capturing a photo of a white tiger with an infrared camera. I am a French experimental photographer who loves to play with weird cameras and lenses, but I also have a passion for animals. I played with infrared photography in the past, but I am really curious to see how the wildlife would look in infrared. For this project, I am taking inspiration from the work of Richard Moss, a photographer who used military-grade infrared film to capture the rebels in the eastern Congo. His use of the Kodak aerochrome film makes his work truly unique. So, how do you shoot in infrared? First, you need to modify your camera by removing the internal IR cut filter, making the camera sensitive to UV, visible, and IR light. This modification is turning your normal camera into a full-spectrum camera. All you need to do is to limit what the camera sees by placing the appropriate filter in front of the sensor. This is my modified Sony a7 II. It was modified by Colary Vision to become a full-spectrum camera that can capture infrared images. By using different clip-in filters, I can drastically change the look of my images. To celebrate this modification, I gave my Sony an infrared makeover. To shoot at the zoo, I took with me two different lenses. A vintage Canon FD 200mm for getting close to the animals, and a modern 14mm Cine lens from 7 Artisans for wide shots. The filter I chose to use is the IR Chrome Light, which gives a brilliant red look to vegetation. After some post-processing in Photoshop, I managed to come near to the look of the work of Richard Moss. After a quick test on a crowd, it was time to discover the zoo in infrared. The filter turns bamboo leaves into a bright cotton candy color. Even if the said bamboo was turned into panda poop.
Teeth and part of sliter i en timma. Och långt här borta ser jag dig simma. Du är naken. Du är naken. Trots att allt det här snart kan vara.
The park has a gigantic tropical greenhouse which was perfect for my wide-angle lens.
Is it so simple, my God? Is it so simple, my God?
After spending a day in the park, I had one last stop to make. Because the zoo was closing soon, there were way less visitors and animals started to be more relaxed and easy to spot. So I stood in a corner waiting patiently for the white tiger to show up. Using the 200mm lens, I managed to get incredible images of this magnificent animal. If you have some cool ideas for subjects I could capture in infrared, let me know in the comments. Modifying a camera to full spectrum can be expensive, and there's no turning back. So if you don't have the budget for it or don't have a camera to modify, I created the infrared LUT that can give any video footage the infrared look. And it even works on photos. There is a link in the description. I would like to thank my supporters on Patreon. Thank you so much for believing in my channel and supporting my work. Your support helps me do more crazy experiments instead of chasing trends. If you want to help me keep that freedom, head over to my Patreon. And if you want to see more videos about infrared, you should check this playlist.